Hello again. Once again, welcome to Infinite Jeff, where I, Jeff, read to you from David Foster Wallace's 1996 book, Infinite Jest, one page at a time. We're up to page 10. That's about, I don't know, less than 1%. The appearance of the high athletic ranking, the subnormal scores, the over-academic essays, the incredible grades vortexing out of what could be seen as a nepotistic situation. The Yellow Dean has leaned so far forward that his tie is going to have a horizontal dent from the table edge, his face sallow and kindly and no shit whatsoever. Look here, Mr. Incandenza, Hal. Please just explain to me why we couldn't be accused of using you, son. Why nobody could come and say to us, "Why, look here, University of Arizona. Here you are, using a boy for just his body, a boy so shy and withdrawn that he won't even speak up for himself, a jock with doctored marks and a store-bought application." The Brewster's angle light on the tabletop appears as a rose flush behind my closed lids. I cannot make myself understood. I am not just a jock, I say slowly, distinctly. My transcript over the last year might have been dickied a bit, but that was to get me over a rough spot. The grades prior to that are de moi. My eyes are closed. The room is silent. I cannot make myself understood now. I am speaking slowly and distinctly. Call it something I ate. And then we have the first section break of the book, which I had to look that up because I was like, it's not a paragraph break. It's a section break. But we're still on the same page. Page 10. It's funny what you don't recall. Our first home in the suburb of Weston, which I barely remember. My eldest brother, Orrin, says he can remember being in the home's backyard with our mother in the early spring, helping the moms till some sort of garden out of the cold yard. March or early April. The garden's area was a rough rectangle laid out with popsicle sticks and twine. Orrin was removing rocks and hard clods from the mom's paths as she worked the rented rototiller, a wheelbarrow-shaped, gas-driven thing that roared and snorted and bucked, and he remembers seemed to propel the moms rather than vice versa, the moms very tall and having to stoop painfully to hold on, her feet leaving drunken prints in the tilled earth. He remembers that in the middle of the tilling, I came tear-assing out the door and into the backyard, wearing some sort of fuzzy red poo-wear, crying, holding out something he said was really unpleasant looking in my upturned palm. He says I was around 5 and crying and was vividly red in the cold spring air. I was saying something over and over. He couldn't make it out until our mother saw me and shut down the tiller, ears ringing, and came over to see what I was holding. This turned out to be a large patch of mold. Orrin posits from some dark corner of the Weston home's basement, which was warm from the furnace and flooded every spring. The patch itself he describes as horrific, darkly green, glossy, vaguely hirsute, speckled with parasitic fungal points of yellow, orange, red. Worse, they could see that the patch looked oddly incomplete, gnawed on, and some of the nauseous stuff. That's page 10 of Infinite Jest.